College graduation season is well underway, and even with the all well-earned celebrations, many soon-to-be graduates surely are feeling some anxiety and uncertainty as they enter what is already a crowded job market. The unemployment rate for recent college grads is currently at 5.8%, which is the highest level it's been since the summer of 2021. I want to bring in Erin McGough now. Erin is a career educator and founder of the popular social media handle Advice with Erin. She has advice for new job seekers about how they can set themselves up for success and land their dream gig. It does take a little while, but Erin, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Let's just start at the very top. What's the first thing that you would tell someone graduating right now about the reality of getting a job?
Good morning, certainly. Well, the first thing that I would say is it's so great that you got that degree, but now employers are favoring skills over degrees. Reporting from Forbes and LinkedIn is showing that recruiters are valuing skills over degrees, so you definitely want to be able to articulate your hard skills and your soft skills. You also want to rely heavily on your network. The online job application process is quite broken, so you definitely want to tap into that alumni network, which is one of the most valuable things that you get from going to college. And you definitely want to not be too precious about your job search. Our first jobs aren't always our favorite jobs, and maybe you won't make six figures right out the gate, but just take a job and then you can work your way up from there.
What I really value about your advice, Erin, is that focusing on skills and leaning on your network are things that you'll carry with you throughout your entire career. It's a great kind of cornerstones to have. What about artificial intelligence? Because there are some people graduating with degrees that may actually feel to them useless because AI is really changing the game in so many places. So how should early career candidates use AI or figure out ways to use it to appeal to potential employers?
Absolutely. I definitely recommend embracing AI, especially tools like ChatGPT or Copilot. These skills, AI literacy is the #1 new skill according to LinkedIn. So you definitely want to make sure that you have AI on your resume. And then when it comes to actually using AI, be careful that you're not using it too much for your resume and cover letter. Recruiters can tell that right away and they hate seeing it. So make sure that you use AI as a tool and not really a crutch to be, making your resume and your cover letter when you're applying for jobs.
Yeah, I saw a report recently that some college students are using AI for everything, and you're not building your own skills in those circumstances. So what would you say to someone watching this right now and just feeling overwhelmed and dejected by applying, by trying to do everything you've laid out, but still getting, rejection after rejection?
Yeah, I mean, it can be really hard. We don't talk about this enough, especially when that 5.8 unemployment rate is so high. You definitely want to take breaks, and you want to lean on people, ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And just remember that you will get that job and your future self is rooting for you. And they're saying, keep going. You're going to get an incredible job. So just keep that in the back of your head that it is going to happen. You might just have to put in a little extra effort and get a little strategic on the front end.
Yeah, that's good advice. And before we let you go, Erin, in the last few seconds, is there anything that has surprised you about the ways in which young people are now finding jobs or seeking jobs? Because I think creativity can also be a benefit.
Absolutely. People are getting really creative. Some people even DM the brand or the company on Instagram, which I think is so fun. And just making sure that you have what they're asking for, tailor that resume. Some of those traditional tips still really work. But yeah, you really just got to network. At the end of the day, that is my #1 tip and the most important thing to getting a job.
And that never ends. All right, Erin McGough, thanks for joining our network. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
This Money Watch segment has been brought to you by AT&T Business. Connecting changes everything.